Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be the weekly review of the Power Profit Scan newsletter, which is a portion of the Inner Circle subscription service that I offer here. Quickly, before I get started, a couple disclaimers, as I always say, just to keep things real. First off, in the spirit of keeping things real, am I trying to tell you that every single alert, every single scan that is sent out is a winner? Absolutely not. Money is unfortunately not raining down from the sky. That is not how the market works. And this is why risk management, risk control, risk analysis is so important, and why I'm always preaching and teaching it, because losses happen. And anybody that tells you they never lose, they are lying. So losses certainly do happen, and by no means am I trying to say that every single alert, if you sign up, is always going to be a winner. But the key thing here is that winners also happen. So when those winners do happen, as you're going to see, you want to make sure you have your account in the proper position, in the proper location, to be able to benefit from those wins. Because yes, losses happen, but the great thing is it's a two-sided coin, and winners also happen. And the key is learning how to manipulate that coin to make sure that, yeah, the losses are going to happen, but when those winners happen, if you know what you're doing, you're going to allow your account to grow over time. Second point is we are going back and going to look at the week of I lied. We're looking at the week of 2/11/18, and a valid question may be, well, why are you going back so far? First off, it's just simply giving the chart plenty of time to play out and unfold. That way we can see what's actually happened. And the second, it's just a matter of being fair. This is a paid subscription. So I mean, if I put myself in their shoes and I paid for something and then I all of a sudden see what I just paid for out there for free, I would feel kind of ripped off, and I'd say that's a justified feeling. So it's just a matter of being fair to paying members. So let's get to it. First alert that was sent out, ticker symbol DDS, and just in the category question if there was some sort of breakout coming. Had some nice stair steps going, but had this stubborn resistance line right here. So that was a big question. Hey, is there going to be some sort of breakout coming? Before I go any further, a couple quick questions that I always get. Hey, Clay, what price range do you cover? I cover any price range. Right now, yeah, we're looking at a $60 plus stock. But I mean, just last week, if you watched last week's video, there was one stock that was trading below a penny. So price is very low down on my priority list. I'm all about probabilities. I'm all about odds. Do I think the odds are in our favor, or do I think the probabilities are in our favor? That is what I'm more focused on, not necessarily the price. And also, when do you send this out? I send it out every weekend, usually Saturday morning. That way you have plenty of time to get prepared and do your planning, and that way you don't lose out on any opportunity because of some sort of time crunch or anything like that. So plenty of opportunity to plan things out. So let's see how DDS played out on the week. So again, here's the chart from over the weekend, and then the next part you see will be when the week starts to open back up. So you can see right there, no break. Right there, bounced directly off the trend line. And right there actually got above it. Same with right there. So here I could see people, buying for the breakout. And sometimes you buy and it pulls back, and that's just part of the game. You have a stop loss, got to give it wiggle room. But then you have that move right there. And then it drops all the way down there. And I can see this, potentially stopping some people out. And then you get the big move there. But I'm going to count this one and throw it into just a loss category, because it just wasn't very clean. I mean, it broke out, and then, this little pullback here. So I could see some people getting stopped out, or just, now I could also see people staying in, and there's a certain dynamic of the chart. So this will be good for you, especially the students of the course. Do you see the dynamic? Here's a good real life quiz question. If you see the area that could have very well kept you in, great. If you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Clay, that's okay. That's just taking a sign that you probably have more to learn and more to work on with your chart vision. However, as far as this is concerned, I'm going to count this as a minimal losing trade. Yeah, I mean, it's a losing trade, nothing huge, but it just wasn't very clean. And as much as I wish I could say that every chart setup or every trade you ever take is going to be clean and beautiful, where the first time it breaks out, it's going to explode, it's just not. And, had it just gone sideways, that's a little different after, breaking. But that little move right there, I could see taking out some people. But like I said, I could also see some people staying in. So if they stayed in, then yeah, they got a massive move to the upside. But as far as the newsletter's review is concerned, I'm just going to consider this one a loser because it just wasn't a very clean trade. So it is what it is. Not everything can be clean and beautiful, so let's move on. Our next one was SBGL and put it in the trend trading category. But as I made a note of, just a great move, but don't chase. Don't chase. But then I talk about how a pullback could definitely present a solid opportunity. So I map out the green line there. So let's see if this one pulled back and gave people an opportunity or not. So once more, as a reminder, we just went from talking about, something right around $70. Now we're talking about a stock that is down below $5. So, kind of seeing the wide range and variety of prices. So let's see how this one played out. So it did indeed pull back, but still not quite to the area. And then look at that. You can't make this stuff up. The power of charts. Pulled back right there, bounced essentially directly off that green line. So it gave members an opportunity to pick up some shares. Right there again, essentially bounced right off that green line. Gave members an opportunity on that pullback. And then made the nice move up right there for a 13.4% move in a relatively short amount of time. And I realize 13% isn't a massive percentage. But as I always tell people, feel free to walk into your local bank and ask them for, let's just say you only got 7% on it, for example. Say, hey, can I have 7% on my money in the next 2 weeks? And they will look at you like you're a crazy person. 7% in 2 weeks? Well, we have bank CDs that'll give you 2% for the next 2 years. But sir, ma'am, 7% in 2 weeks? You are crazy. So keep things in perspective, but a nice little pullback and then bounce opportunity right there. Next one we looked at was HEAR and called it just the trend line play. The price was working its way upwards, and there had become a track record of the price bouncing from that area, most recently right there. And given that you had a nice little hammer at this, a poor man's hammer, we'll call it, but at point being, it did find some support again at that trend line. So just simply question, hey, is history going to repeat itself? Is there going to be a bounce off the trend line? So let's see how this one played out. So again, price-wise, we're talking now about right around a $16 stock. So something around 70 down to something below 5. Now we're talking about a $16 stock. So good variety. So let's see how this one played out. Right there, nothing crazy, but plenty of opportunity for people to pick up some shares if wanted. And then you can see right there, the bounce is gaining some more momentum. And you can see right there, great move. And that move before it pulled right back was good for 20.6%. So let's say you screwed up half the trade and only got 10% on it. I mean, think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 days, 10%. Walk into your local bank and say, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, I would like 10% on my money in the next 4 days. And take your phone with you and record their reaction. I would love to see their reaction. They are going to think you are a crazy person. So let's keep these percentages in perspective. 10% in 4 days on a good liquid stock. Like I said, you don't want to get too blinded by percentages, because sure, big percentages happen. But also on these higher price stock, I mean, we're not talking about a penny stock here. This is a $17 stock here that just made a 20% move in 4 days. That's not too bad for these higher price stocks. The final chart we'll look at is FTR, put it in the risk versus reward category. Mainly point being, it was sitting right at that trend line. So even if it falls, very minimal risk. But hey, if you get some sort of bounce, then there's a lot of upside. But if there is no upside and this just falls down through, well, then it is what it is. So good risk and then a lot of potential upside reward. So let's see how this one all unfolded. And then one final time here. Now we are talking about a stock below $2. So no penny stocks per se this time, but yeah, every now and then there's a penny stock. Like I said, if you watched last week's video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we nailed a penny stock for 130% or something like that. But yeah, prices all over the place. So let's see how this one played out. So you can see right there, the key is, it did kind of pull back a little bit. So, I mean, opportunity to get in. It's not like it gapped up huge or anything like that. And then, yeah, the bounce off that trend line is in full effect. Consolidated a little bit and kept on working its way upwards. Bit of a pullback there, nothing crazy. And then right there, just huge volume on the move right there. And that was good for 75% in basically 3 weeks. So even if you screwed up half the trade, you're still looking at, right around 37-ish%. So 37%. And let's just call it 3 weeks, not too bad. And that assumes you screwed up half the trade. So you only got half of that percentage. But overall, a very, very nice move. And to think that it started off with such a nice risk versus reward, that is the name of the game. And I know several members did very well on this one. And this was, this was a higher price stock, had more volume. So you could have easily thrown in, and I'm not saying this is what you're supposed to do, but you could have easily thrown in $10,000, $20,000 and not had a problem selling when it came time to sell. Whereas on some of these penny stocks, if you're to throw in $20,000, yeah, you can buy $20,000, but when it comes time to sell $20,000, well, you may notice that it's not as easy as it was to buy in. So just keep that in mind with these sorts of stocks. While the percentages are not massive, I mean, then again, what am I talking about? It was 75%. The point here being, don't let smaller percentages totally deceive you, because depending on the price and how much volume it does, that influences a whole lot of just about how much money could have actually been made. So very, very good week, though, for members. So let's go over kind of the benefits here, and yeah, you need to join, especially when I tell you this right here, that the price for the newsletter and that you've seen is $99, not per month, per year. And if you do the math, it breaks down to $8.25 per month, or $1.90 per week. And along with the scans, which we just talked about here, you also get the live trading chat room. So I give out my watch list. I offer commentary. I make alerts as they happen throughout the day. So you also get that as part of this package. There's the mobile app that comes with it too. So it's not like you have to stay chained to your computer and lose out on a bunch of opportunities of life, we'll call it. You can still be out there living and, getting stuff done. And, you don't have to stay chained to your computer. So it comes with that app too. And all this, like I said, for only $99. So honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't sign up. I'd understand if it was $999 a year. That's a much different story. But $99 a year, that is more than fair. And as I always say, over the time span of 12 months, I'm more than confident you're going to get at least $99 worth of value. Any questions or anything like that, please reach out to me down below or in the comment section or through email or social media, whatever makes your life easiest, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But yeah, go there, sign up, only $99.